So today what we're gonna do is work together with another YouTuber called Blake's Garage. You guys have made, ooh, it's bright. So today what we're gonna do is head over to a buddy of mine named Blake's Garage. We've been messaging each other back and forth to finally make a collab, and today it looks like it's gonna happen. So what we're gonna do is try to rebuild my rear brake caliper. So by rebuilding the rear caliper, what it should do is help let it retract, so that way it does not, rub up against and stay stuck to the rotor. Because obviously what that's gonna do is it's gonna rub your brake pad a lot faster than if it was not touching. So just to be safe, what we're gonna do is rebuild the caliper, and if shit kind of hits the fan, I have a backup plan. I'll just go buy another caliper from O'Reilly and trade them in because of the core charge. So yeah, let's go and hit the road, and we should be there here pretty soon.
Soon after.
All right guys, so we made it to Blake's Garage, and we already got the wheel off. We kind of got a head start here, but I'm gonna let Blake introduce himself.
What's up guys? I'm Blake from Blake's Garage. Run a YouTube channel doing, well, I don't know, all sorts of like car mods, racing videos, autocross, all that type of stuff. Basically, if I have friends that have something that needs worked on and they hit me up, I'll do some random cars. Right now I have a 2017 Audi S3 that we're actually gonna do a track day at Thunderhill coming up. We just got back from Laguna Seca in the S3, and I've got some damage to the tires over here. I gotta put some brakes on the car. These are the NTO ones that I had on the car. You can see all nice and gummy and all that type of stuff. So also I have a BMW, a E30, 1988 that I've been doing a full YouTube build on. So that thing started out as a grandma's car, still automatic, don't hate me. It's new parts are coming up here soon. I actually got about a $1,200 shifter coming in the mail, so if that gives you an idea of the quality, and I'm trying to do everything once basically. So gonna be doing that, but today gonna work with Jacob, just trying to figure out what's going on with his brakes. So let's get down to it.
Yeah, you guys definitely want to subscribe to Blake's Garage because his quality, like the way he builds his cars, is everything's done right. I really respect him for that, so that's why I trust him trying to figure out my brakes here. But his S3 videos are awesome, his E30 videos are awesome, and it's cool to finally meet him. We had a couple of times where we tried to meet up and stuff like that, it just didn't work out. But now we're here, we're at Blake's Garage, we're at the spot.
Flybys on the freeway with your mom?
Yeah, we did a couple flybys. My mom was driving the AMG one time, and I saw him in the E30. Now we're finally here, and we're gonna work on my car. All right, so Blake and I went ahead and tested a couple things here. It wasn't a, what the f is this?
Wheel bearing.
It wasn't a wheel bearing because whenever the caliper came off, it freely spun, but when the caliper was on with the pads, it would sit there and stop. So we watched the video, and what we're gonna do is use a pair of vice grips and pinch off the line. We already tested it and made sure that nothing was coming out of the bleeder. So we're gonna take these off, push the piston out, and then hopefully we can rebuild this caliper. If everything goes totally the other way, then we just have to replace the caliper. That might be it, and either way I'm gonna leave here with a fixed brake.
So Jacob went ahead and pressed on the brakes, and when he did that, the piston started coming out. I stopped him right before it popped all the way out, and then we used the caliper tool for the rear just to kind of unscrew it, went counterclockwise, and that seemed to have popped the piston out. So right now I have the brake line clamped as well, so I can kind of just get this seal out. You can see we still have fluid in there, which is normal. We're gonna have fluid in there. I'm gonna try to keep this from not making a huge mess, but you can see there's the actual piston itself, and you can see the seals down in there. All right, so right now we're gonna go ahead and replace the seal. This was the main seal that we noticed that was just torn to begin with, which I mean didn't look like a huge deal, but it could kind of cause some binding when it's pressing out. It may have had the actual brake pad resting on it, sort of in an unflat manner, which might have been causing our issues. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out. Now we gotta dig in here as well and find those other rubber O-rings. So this is what they look like. That's that seal here. We gotta try to pull this one out and then replace these as well. So I'm trying to get in here right now, get this other O-ring out. I have some really small pliers, some tight needle noses that I'm trying to use. It seems to be working, maybe. If you had like some sort of hooked, like a little hook, that would probably work really well. I have one somewhere, can't find it at the moment. Boom.
Boom.
There it is, there's the old one. This looks to be pretty good. This, I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with this one as far as a tear or anything like that, but we'll go ahead and replace that, and then we gotta find the other two somewhere.
I wonder if those are the ones that wrap around the parking brake in there.
Backside. It's making noises. I'm gonna try to take off this bolt right here and maybe this nut and see if we can't pull the rest of this out, see what happens. Got a ring at the door. Hopefully more car parts, we'll see what it is. Oh yeah, dude. Cat litter. Sick. Also some skin prep scrub in case you need some of that.
Some standard Amazon purchases.
Damn. I was hoping for brake pads. That's what we need to be looking at.
Oh,
Is this bent?
Oh yeah.
So I can't tell.
Is it bent? We don't know. We'll try it without the seal. You can put the piston in that because it should be like loose because it's not, and it just screws in. Some kind of cockeyed as its undoing.
It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know. That pin could be bent, possibly, and it could be making it go at an angle. So if that is the case, we're gonna try to go ahead and just put new seals on this thing and see what happens. If it's the same way, it's gonna have to pick up a new caliper. We can't get one right now because it's gonna take till tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is just put the seal back in here. We're gonna put the other seal on it and bleed the brakes.
Go for a test drive and see how it works for a couple days.
Yeah.
All right, so after we got the original bottom seal in, what we have now is the outside seal. So to do this, you have to kind of stretch it open. So we're using these paper clips that Blake and I came up with to pull it apart. So we're gonna pull that apart, which we can't really film because we gotta do it, and then we're gonna insert the piston. So our plan worked, and the paper clips got it spread out. We put the piston in there, and now we're just kind of screwing it on in. Good job, Blake.
Hey, thanks. You had a good idea with the paper clips. That was good.
All right, guys, so we just picked up Blake's wife. We had to wait around a little bit, so it got dark, and now it's freezing cold. So we're just gonna try to finish this up. The only steps we have left are to put everything back together, bleed the brakes, and then I guess see if it works.
Yeah, we'll just bleed the brakes here in a second, and yeah, you got fluid. He came prepared. He brought Blake cleaner. Blake cleaner.
Dude, I'm gonna clean this guy up.
Brought brake cleaner. Yeah, it was really hard to say. I don't know why, but he brought that. He brought brake fluid. He brought freaking blocks to put the car up on. He came prepared.
I was prepared.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get down to it, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, and this is also not a paid promotion, but hey, Gloveworks, if you want to hit a boy up, that should be me, because I love these gloves.
They're good, right?
They're super good.
They're
Shout out to Blake.
They're thick.
Yeah, they're thick and they have these like grippy things. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so we just spread, that's my turn, dude.
Bled the brake.
Yeah. We just bled the brakes. So what I did was step on the brakes while Blake opened it up. And then as I was at the bottom, he would close it back off, and then I'd get off of the brakes. And we basically did that until the stream was pretty solid. As you guys can see there, that like tinge of yellow, that's the fluid. So there's a couple of tiny bubbles in there. I just need to flush out the entire brake system anyway. So for now, we're not gonna worry about it too much.
We're gonna pump it a little bit more. We're gonna do a little more, but it's pretty much there.
Yeah, it's pretty close. So thankfully Blake was here. He has a lot of knowledge and helped me out. So we're just gonna do a couple more pump and bleed the system, and then hopefully we fixed it. So Blake and I, we just finished up the car. Everything feels good. Everything feels like how it did in the beginning, so hopefully we fixed it. We'll find out. It's just kind of a matter of time. You just kind of got to drive it and see if it makes the same sounds. It might just be normal. That's what Blake and I were discussing, is that it could just be a normal thing for the brakes to make a dragging sound when they're new until they're fully bedded in, because again, they're only a week old and I drove maybe 250 miles. We'll have to see, but that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.